Brodes Media.
Full team effort in 48 minutes of play. The Brooklyn Nets actually shot the ball well. There's a stat going around that they have the highest effective field goal percentage in a playoff loss at 65%. They were actually shooting well and still lost by 20. This thing wasn't even close. You want to get the ball out of Joel Embiid's hands, fine. But he found his teammates very beautifully. He dished the rock around fantastic. And then his teammates drilled some shots. P.J. Tucker was a dog, grabbed a lot of offensive rebounds, 5 to be exact. He had 5 steals too. Oh, by the way, he made some threes. That was impressive. Paul Reed in his bag. How about that? James Harden. Okay, can't finish near the rim. Missed a couple of layups. Irritating for sure, and then had a matchup with Spencer Dinwiddie and broke his damn ankles. Step back three, cash, nothing but net. He was ridiculous from behind the arc. Every single player did their role today. George Niang, McDaniels. There was a time where DeAnthony Melton on a fast break ends up cashing a huge three of his own. Sixers had a nice little push there. They're clearly the better basketball team, and that looked pretty much how I thought this game was going to look. They won't let Joel Embiid beat them. Okay. Every single other player will too. That's the problem. They can too. Tobias Harris, 21 in 29 minutes of play. He was solid. Always a lot of hate towards Tobias. He was so good. He did his thing. Made some threes, 3 of them to be exact. Perfect from the three-point land. That's awesome. You have a little bit of time off because of the play-in tournament. So you wonder, what's it going to look like? Now, the Nets are a pesky team. So them hanging around, you look down at the scoreboard, it feels like it would be a bigger lead, but it's only 7. It's only 8. But the Sixers clearly in control. They were always going to, make you work. But they didn't have enough talent to actually do anything about it. They don't match up talent-wise, but they can make you play hard. That's who the Brooklyn Nets are going to be, unless this snatches their soul. Because seriously, at what point, if you're Brooklyn, not that you really needed this to tell you that you're not on this level yet. I could have told you that for free before the ball was even tipped off in game 1. But when you shoot this well, and it's not as if Joel Embiid had 50. He didn't need to. You dared the rest of the crew. You dared PJ. Well, PJ did it. Even when the Sixers weren't shooting well, they were up after the first quarter because of all the second chance opportunities. Forcing the Brooklyn Nets, turning the ball over, scoring off of those turnovers. Massive difference. But there's a reason why they were sloppy with the basketball. It's because of what the Sixers are to force you in those spots. So if you're Brooklyn, what else can you really do? Are you going to try something else instead of actively rushing Joel? Say, fine. All right, Joel. You do it this time. I'll tell you what's going to happen. He'll do it then. he can do that. Because taking James Harden's guy off of James Harden and trying to blitz Joel and apply pressure and throw different guys his direction and look for different angles to maybe confuse him. The dude is so good at finding his teammates. 4 years ago, maybe you could get away with it. And look, Brooklyn's desperate. I don't knock them for going this way. This is probably your best bet. This is probably your best opportunity to win a basketball game. And you know what that gets you if you're Brooklyn? Losing by 20 points. Losing by 20. If you want to say, well, the Sixers probably won't hit as many threes. Fair. I don't think they miss as many layups. I don't think it's as poor around the rim. So it goes both ways. I'm proud of this team. You can run through their entire the entire box score and look at the entire team and realize that there was an area that every player had their turn. There's something that every player did well. That was huge. That was huge. That was huge. PJ, monstrous. No surprise. This is what he lives for. This is why he was brought here. This is his strength. When the games get to this point in the season, PJ becomes a different player. I don't believe that the style of regular season basketball suits the old man. He's played a lot. He's got a lot of miles on himself. Look at where he's been. Look at what he's done. Look at the teams that he's been on. Look how far they've went. It speaks for itself. So I'm not shocked. I'm not stunned. When he was playing poorly, that was all my message was. I brought up Keith Pompey's article that he was writing early on. It's not pretty, but just wait. I know it's not easy to watch, but just wait. I know you can't fast forward to the playoff time. I know you can't just automatically have spring basketball in your homes. But when we do transition to that time, he's going to make a difference. His impact will be felt with things that are on the box score and sometimes with things that just don't even pop up. You know, we see after the game that he's cursing out Paul Reed because he didn't like what he saw. He got into his grill. He made it known that this isn't what I feel is necessary. That spark internally, the fire that the teammate brings to inspire the youth. Yo, Paul, Embiid's not playing 48 minutes. Your number's going to get called. We need you. Guys like PJ Tucker and their pedigree speaks high volume. And it helps other teammates when he gets in the face of them and his voice carries. You need that. You need that veteran presence. Guys made some deep playoff runs.